Hey, I'm Robert Pearson. This is Follow the Leader, another morning musings. I've missed a couple of days for this. My schedule has stayed the same, but I'm now running work, which is an increased cognitive load, and it's been I'm in a better groove now. But it's cool. So, what I'm thinking about this morning is the upside down of the Black Mirror and how things seem opposite of how they actually are. And it's just fascinating. It's not exactly anything new. Everybody knows the lies of the Black Mirror, but it pays to have one other person point it out. So the multitude knows that everybody knows that everybody knows. Because you look at, say, YouTube, and just channel after channel after channel with tons and tons and tons of videos. But when you look at what they're doing with their lives, they're just making videos. That isn't the case for all of them. Some are doing quite a bit. Obviously, it's important to have a positive presence in this world of ideas and thoughts and human interactions, and they can have real-world effects. However, most of the people that are actually doing things don't have very many YouTube videos up. They don't have a whole lot going on. Like, I don't have nearly as many videos up as I would like to, but that's because I'm building a family, and then I spend all day at work building things. And then after work, when I'm not spending time with my family, I'm helping build my local church congregation I'm a member of. Like, there's stuff going on a lot of the time. And so then I'll find myself feeling bad, like, oh, I haven't done a video in forever. And then I think, oh yeah, they're kind of meaningless in a very practical sense. In a longer sense, obviously, ideas are incredibly powerful. Words are incredibly powerful. And I'm not denigrating YouTubers or, people that, content creators. It's, we all work together to make this little spinning ball work, or flat rotating plane, or oscillating plane, or fixed plane, however it is that pans out, or fixed concave bowl, or fixed convex pan, however, whatever your cosmology is. I don't want to offend any. Anyway, the main point is simply that I got to thinking about the King of Random, his passing, which was very fittingly random. A parasailing accident. All right, that happened. I sincerely hope that he was a man of Christ, and that he's hanging out, waiting for everybody in the after, in the beyond. However, I don't want to denigrate his legacy at all, but I'm going to denigrate it a little bit. So, he spent his life building a YouTube channel, part of his adult life. Obviously, his channel wasn't the totality of his existence as a man. I understand that. Fully understand that. But he spent hours and hours and hours of work to put together a 3 or 5 minute video that some people would watch, feel entertained about. Oh, that's my turn. Almost drove right past my... So he would feel entertained. We feel a little entertained about it. Maybe we learned a little something. Maybe we went in our backyard and did a project for a couple hours on a Saturday. And that was it. That's like all he built. Okay, it's in millions of people's lives. Cool. Millions of people love science. Cool. But is the overall trajectory of that person's life likely to be better for 3 minutes of a science video they watched one time and they're like, oh, that's cool? Maybe, but not likely. It's not really an enduring legacy, because given 5 or 10 years, everybody's going to forget and he's just gonna be buried in the annals of YouTube with 2 N's, by the way, with just the other do-it-yourselfer guys like Kip K and all the rest. I can't remember anybody else's name right now off the top of my head. I know there's more than that. Is this my delivery? Yeah, I'm a man in charge now, so I gotta pay attention to semi-trucks that show up and be like, is this our stuff? Is this my J-hooks? I don't know. He's just hanging out. Oh, dang it, Gray Bar, that is me. Alright. Anyway, that's all I'm thinking about. This is gonna cut short. I thought I was gonna get to sit here for a bit. I'll clock in early, too. Well, no, he's just hanging out. I'm not clocked in until 5:30. Que hora es? No, I got... Wait, was that a 1 or 7? Hey, I'll just leave the light on, because you can see now. Anyway, I don't want to denigrate the man's legacy, but he just made a handful of YouTube videos, and that's it. And I've got multiple schools where the children can see to read, because I put the lights in. At at least 2.5 elementary schools, because I helped run the pipes and put the power in and made light happen in those rooms. Yes, they're government indoctrination camps, but there are some good teachers that are help fighting the beast from the inside. We've got our men inside. And so it's just interesting how all of that comes together and plays out for just the weird sense of inversion. There are men that lay concrete blocks all day, every day. Never have a YouTube or Facebook post. They'll watch some videos here and there, and that's it. And there'll just be these, like, ghost channels. And they'll lurk and never comment. And that's fine, though, because those concrete walls they put up every day before they come home tired to their families will be up for hundreds of years, provided they're never knocked down. I do some work up in the D.C. area, and it's easily... every other building you go in is at least 100 years old. Easy. Think about it. It only has to be built in the 1920s right now to be a 100-year-old building. That's insane. And a lot of those are in the D.C. area where you'll pull back the brick and or you'll for my trade you go to the wiring and you're like, oh, this is asbestos insulated wiring. That's good. That's a thing. If it's old enough, they didn't even insulate the wires. They just ran them inside the walls like it was a telephone line. It's crazy. A lot of that stuff they don't use anymore, but it'll be in place. You'll pull up an old wall and you'll see it still there. They just didn't bother to take it out after switching over to the newer power. Anyway, it's just fascinating that an electrician put that together and people had power there for hundreds of years. We're almost 100 years, decades and decades of years. Because your wiring is good until the copper stops